So you got picked up in that time in that time between you getting picked up and actually now when you say going to training, are you talking about buds or boot
Yeah,
camp?
going to Buds.
So in that time, what were you doing in that 18-month window? What were you doing? Were you
Working on my
preparing? Were you trying
shit.
to limbo?
I ain't do nothing.
Yeah,
I went and wrestled on the All Navy wrestling team in
yeah,
96. 96, I went and wrestled on the All Navy wrestling team. No,
yeah.
no, no, no. I'm sorry, 97. I went and wrestled on the All Navy wrestling team. And then, we were underway for like 8 weeks before I left. So I didn't do nothing in 8 weeks. I went to my boy's house to work out. And I was just at home, and I should have probably went home. If I had went home, I would have went to Buds in world class shape, right?
Wow.
But I
Yeah.
was in Virginia Beach staying at my boy's crib, and then after the first 2 days, I didn't work out. Like I worked out a little bit on Monday, a little bit on Tuesday. It was rainy in October. I woke up
Mhm.
Wednesday. I said, "Man, this ain't working." So I called Margaret. Say, "Margaret, man, can I go to Bud's?" She was like, "Sure, go ahead." So I got my truck. I got my truck that Wednesday. I packed up the little stuff I had. I started
Yeah.
heading west, and then I showed up at Bud's on like Saturday. First time run on Monday, I ran 38:50, 4 mile,
Mm.
and I almost died. I had to go in the ocean and sit down in the ocean because I had heat stroke. And so I sat in the ocean. They were yelling at me, and that was it. My mom said she didn't talk to me for 10 months because I showed
Wow.
up 100% out of shape to Buds.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So we're gonna talk about buds in a second, but I want to touch on this because I don't know if our listeners know this, but the percentage of African Americans that actually become Navy SEALs are slim. It's a large I said large. It's a small percentage.
So I'm
So when it's
I'm
large,
I'm the fifth Black SEAL officer in the history of SEAL teams.
there you
Okay.
go, right? There you go. So in
Very.
your bud class, what like were there any other African Americans in your bus class?
I had there was actually a black kid, ensign from the University of Washington. Okay, but he didn't make it. He wouldn't listen. He wasn't about that life. Okay, he was soft. Cause I was
Yeah.
running at night. He wouldn't run with me. He said, "I can't run. I'm too tired, man." I said, "Well," and he got kicked out. Okay, and then I had towards the end of my class, I had two dudes in my SEAL training class. One of them was a Sigma, and he tore his hamstring on the last 4 mile time run. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Sprinting the
Mm,
last, like him and this other dude were racing, tore his whole hamstring, ended up not ever graduating.
wow.
So I wasn't the only African American. I was the first African American officer to graduate in 9 years from training. So, and then, like there had been 13 guys before me that had all failed out. So, but now we rolling, right? Like the last
Yeah,
7 black officers have been my guys all the way back to 2008. There hasn't been a Black SEAL officer that isn't one of my dudes.
yeah.
And so
That's
now we got a system and a program for them to ride on. Like we've only lost one, and that's because he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. So
yeah.
they sent him packing. I thought they should have sent him packing a year before they actually did. They gave him another chance. He ain't eated that chance. So I can't be mad at that, right? If you ain't made for
Right,
the life,
right.
I'm not trying to push people through the program. I'm simply
Yep.
trying to get people prepared that should be in the program.
Yep.
Like I got two more dudes. I got so many dudes going right now, mainly because of the master class and all the information I'm putting out there to just try to help people understand the how better. You know.
Yep. So I do want to talk about that part with in this will allow you to speak about your master's class, the master class you have, but what would you say is the biggest mental component a person need and physical? Like, what does that process look like in terms of getting somebody prepared? A
Right.
guy comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to be a Navy SEAL, or I have the desire to go into the Navy Special Forces. I want to do, I want to do this. What are you telling that guy? This is what's needed to become a Navy SEAL to
No,
go through that full process.
I send them my email, and then I send them the PDF, which is a workout plan to get them ready for the PST, and that's it, bud. Like I ripped the kid's head off today. Northern Iowa football player who's trying to enlist to be a SEAL. Whole plan messed up, but I blow off those kids' heads, man, because they don't
Yeah,
understand what they're doing, and so I try to get my hands on them so that I can help them not make a fatal life decision, right?
Right.
Like you got a Northern Illinois, a Iowa undergrad
Degree.
degree, and you trying to
Why
go
would you do
enlist
that?
in the military, and it's just a bad look, man, bad look. So I try to, I just keep those dudes out of harm's way, get them headed the right direction. But I don't do a lot of coaching, man.
Gotcha.
Like I got probably 100 kids I talk to right now, and normally they send me a text message with their times. If their times look good, I leave them alone, right? But I don't, this ain't no kumbaya program, because when you in training, it's suffering silence, bro. Like ain't nobody gonna help you, ain't nobody gonna stop you from quitting. So you better have that dude made already, and that's the reason why. Like I look back, I've been doing a lot of introspection because we working on some things, and some people want to know why the program is so successful. And I said the program is so successful because the program in itself is all about you coming to solace with yourself, and then learning how to work and learning how to do the things that you need to do. Number one, learning how to learn a new skill. And if you can't do that, you won't be there. Right? Like I just got this awesome phone call from my dude Joe, man. And Joe got a master's degree. And he wanted to go enlist in the military, wanted to be a Navy SEAL. Okay? He called me almost 18 months ago now, the beginning of last year. We had a conversation. Want to be Navy SEAL, man. Want to be Navy SEAL. Okay? He ran a 1 hour and 1 minute 5 mile. Okay? So
Okay.
I don't waste time, bro. I give you what you need. You eat. You either get better or I don't talk to you, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
my man Joe, I ain't talked to him in 18 months. Shot me a message yesterday, man. He ran a 33-minute 5 mile. And he not going to be a Navy SEAL no more. He's going into the Green Berets. Because he realized in the first couple of minutes in the pool that it was going to take him a couple years to swim well enough. And he wanted to go right now. But that's what we do, man. We expose people to the truth.
We weed them out. Yeah.
Yeah, like you won a national championship in wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know how hard you worked to win that natty, right? It ain't like you just rolled in there, rolled some dudes over, pinned everybody, and rolled out the natty. Okay, it's the same kind of process, right? Did you win it as a freshman?
No, took 7th.
Okay, you had to get better, right?
Yep.
And then you got better, and you got better, and then pretty soon, see, that's the whole process. You had to learn how to learn, right? And that's the thing that I tell everybody that makes us so successful. Like when I say, like, my mantra, we build champions for life. Like that's what we doing. I'm giving you the tool set for the rest of your life on how to be successful.
Yeah.
Right? Show up early. Be prepared. Prepare today like tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Right? Treat every day like it's Tuesday, because Tuesday's one of them shitty days you don't care what happens. You can work late, you go to work early, you get yelled at, you don't care. It's Tuesday. No one care about Tuesday. Right? Be 400% prepared for every test. Take every test that you got to take like your life depends on it. Okay? And then the number one is die before you quit. Like flat out. If you're willing to die, then you can't never fail. Because if you die, it ain't a bad day for you. Mug don't wake up the next day and say, damn, I died yesterday. That was a really bad day. That don't happen. So if you die, it just is what it is. It's apropos, right? You just you ride out on it. But you got to be in that place in your head, and I think that takes a lot of hard work to get there. And a lot of guys, in 2021, the fraudulent nature of this culture is at an epidemic. Okay? Hear what I said. The fraudulent nature of this culture is at an epidemic. Okay? Yeah. And all we're doing is preparing our young people for life failure. It's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do.
Expound on that though, Jake. Like let's talk about why do you feel like, and I agree, but I want you to share like your thoughts on why the time and the culture and why you say it's an epidemic, the fraudulent nature of our current society in 2021. Like what about it? What are you seeing that people need to fix? What adjustments do people need to make?
So one of the things that like I'm gonna say disgusts me, okay, is the fact on Instagram, right? Somebody can have 1 million followers because they got a big butt and a nice set of tits, right? But then a scientist, you look at, there's some great scientists out there and they got a couple followers, right? That woman is going to have kids, get fat, get old, and she ain't going to be able to do nothing with her life, okay? Now, there's some, like, what's the girl's name? Catch Me Outside. That girl turned it into millions, okay? I'm not mad at that. Yeah. But what I'm mad at is the kid that's 13 years old trying to be the next Kim Kardashian, not doing no schoolwork.
Gotcha.
Right? Yeah. Not hitting them books. The guy that thinks he's gonna be a Navy SEAL. Like my favorite head to blow off. I've been dreaming about this since 2nd grade. Really? Did you do anything to help that dream now that you 27 years old?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I need you to help me. Okay. Hey man, listen.
Fraud. Man.
Crackheads exit door left.
Fraud. Yeah.
Right. Like, and that's the whole thing, man. You got these kids, man, that they, like Dan Blizzarian, right?
Yeah.
His whole life was a lie.
Trust fund, baby.
The whole thing was a lie, right? Like. You watch, I followed him because he had this, like, it was comedy, bro. I know people that know Dan.
Yeah.
Okay? And they were like, yo, none of it's real. And he on Instagram, 28
the women,
million followers.
The guns.
And now he live in Armenia because he got thrown out of the United States, right? Like, he had to flee United States, and now he back to posting himself with babes again.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just tired of this.
I didn't even know he got thrown out of this. I didn't know he got thrown out of the U.S. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he got indicted and a bunch of other stuff, but
yeah, I know he was living a wild, eccentric life though, man.
He was getting it, right? Like he was getting it, but he was stupid, Like he could have capitalized on all that. I mean, you think about 25 million followers on Instagram, like, dude, that's real money, bro.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's real money. So
yeah, that's real.
When I talk about the delusional nature of this generation, like they don't think they gotta work for nothing, right? They got Google, they want instant gratification, So it's easy for me. I can weed them out real quick.
Facts.
I give them the shit. They either eat or they don't eat. Like I've been using this analogy. I put a fucking plate of food on them with an elephant. On the plate is an elephant. They either eat that motherfucker or they don't go. And that's the thing that a lot of people, like, they're not willing to sit down and eat that elephant.
Facts,
and a lot of them, they do this. And then they, I'm going to come back to you later and talk to you and see when I'm ready. I didn't realize it was that much work. Oh, I have to swim as a Navy SEAL? Get the fuck out of here, man. But now I just hang up on them dudes, man. Like now I got so many videos out based on all the stuff we talking about. As soon as I smell a rat, I send them to the videos. Like here's one. Yeah. I'll give you one that just happened 2 days ago. Yeah. This kid sent me this big ass email about being average. Okay. So I don't mentor average people. If you're not a top 1% dude, I'm not mentoring you. Because you won't even come close to doing what I want you to do. Okay. So he trying to convince me. I get on the Zoom with him. He's like, I just need your help to get over the top. So we talking, right? He's in Norway. I said, listen, bro. I said, I can already tell from the tone of your voice and the look on your face you average. I don't want to work with you. Okay. Well, I want
tone of your voice and look on your face.
Yeah, I want you to work. I want you to mentor me. That's not how this works, partner. You're not stealing my chi every time. I said, look, man, I'll talk to my people. And if you want to pay us some money, we'll mentor you. But I'm probably not going to do it because you're not stealing my chi every conversation. So this dude go on, and I talked to him for maybe 5 minutes before I got off, right? As soon as I got off, I said, man, that's a complete loser right there. That is the epitome of a guy that's average that will never do. Oh, I forgot to tell you this part. So I said, well, you got to get A's. He's in this medical class. He wants to be a top medical dude, and he's really rich, he told me, okay? So I said, listen, man, you're going to have to study 40 hours a week. What? Why would I do that? You average, son. You are average. So anyway, long story short, get off the Zoom call, wake up the next morning, I got a 2-page email in my inbox about him not allowing me to use the Zoom call that we shot online. He doesn't want to be defamed. I made him look bad. Da 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 da. I just wrote him back, LOL, average person.
That's what you said to back.
My number. Right? Lose my number. Because I'll be damned if I'm listening to anything from a cat from Norway. Like, you go, like, but see, that's where we at. Like, that dude thought he was going to get me to be his mentor and has done nothing in life to deserve to get me to be his mentor.